Shabbat Shalom, my friends. It's Toshio speaking with his voice. Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to the SAV. It's been a while since I played this vehicle, and it's still an absolute barrel of fun. But I looked at it, and I saw that the high explosive round has 28 millimeters of armor pen potential, and that is the big ol' P in potential there, because probably you won't be perceiving that potential perennially. But every now and then you get that big kaboom, and who's not a fan of a good kaboom, am I right? So I took out the Sav in a battle previously and had a good time getting into the old Pio Remirski, and that fighter is just so delightful. You really don't need to use a Swedish premium to get through the tree. They have some of the best fighters and multi-role aircraft in the game, and many of them are actually very unique, so I recommend just enjoying the Swedish line. But if you want to pick up the Pure Mirski, it is both unique in the game and a lot of fun. Kind of feels like a mix between a Yak and a BF-109 in a good way. And the SAV is along the same lines. It's a derp machine. It's really weird. It has a fantastic autoloader, top of the line, small ready rack, but that's fine. It really is supposed to be an artillery piece, a medium artillery, and that's actually how we're gonna play it today. I talked about that 28 mils a pen for the high explosive round, and that's more than enough to blow through top armor for a lot of vehicles that you're gonna face. And if you set yourself up, if you set yourself up in a good defensible position where you're not likely to be pushed or flanked, as you see I am on this map here. This is a fantastic spot, by the way, especially for lower velocity rounds, where you can just lob them over this small rise straight into the milieu. And we're really not going to be all that useful in this match. I'm just doing something for shits and giggles, because I worked hard today. I went and did some lawn care for a sweet $60. It was just a one-off gig that I wasn't really expecting, but some friends wanted some help and offered some cash, and I was more than happy to oblige. And there we go. Always happy to take down a Sturmgeschütz. So we easily overmatched his roof armor there, and you can see these high explosive kills are just so satisfying. And whenever I just need some chicken soup for the War Thunder player's soul, I load up a big old fat high explosive round and just go to town. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was lusting after that bobblehead pretty hard. But just like the majority of collectible figures in the Fallout games, I'm not actually going to get my hands on the bobblehead this time. I keep lobbing rounds his direction, and trees don't know whether to fall down or shit themselves, and it looks like they've decided to just continue dropping those leaves and acting like my packets are not as valuable as somebody else's. You can see we're using a custom gun sight here, and I really recommend that for a lot of vehicles in War Thunder. This one that I picked up off of War Thunder Live under the Sights tab is a pack that has a universal circular sight that I really like. It has a few features that I find very pleasing and good quality of life enhancement to the game, and I really appreciate that War Thunder allows custom content like community gun sights and custom skins. And we've all seen how the private custom skins community has become a market, and I really love the opportunity to buy skins on the market. I've been availing myself of that over the just it's so satisfying. Like, it's totally worth the wait, and that's kind of the deal that I wanted to make a video about today, is that playing artillery as artillery in War Thunder can be really fun. And it's just one of those like change of pace things, like forget about the grind, forget about the meta, and just kind of screw around for a while using the binoculars. There are already so many mechanics in the game of War Thunder that give advantages to artillery players that, you know, we really don't need a World of Tanks style system where they just have this very unrealistic immersion breaking set of tools for quote artillery players to sort of fulfill the role that close air support fills in War Thunder in a much less engaging way. Instead, we have the binoculars system. You can aim the gun and range your targets from binocular view, and one of the things that I really enjoy about the SAV is that even though it doesn't have the most powerful high explosive round, which you're going to see here in a moment against this Panzer IV, what is that, a G? Or H? I can't quite tell. Mine eyes and Orbeez are not quite strong enough, and my Germanophilia is not potent enough to identify that Panzer IV. All I know is that it must die. So good to see you. You must die. You can say, oh, that's a different Panzer IV. And I don't know what the fuck is going on with tracks in War Thunder, but I am absolutely disgusted by the tiny amount of damage that high explosive rounds deal to tracks in this game. I think that's absolutely ridiculous and it needs to change. But that's fine, you know, be things as they are, as it may, as it were. That's just fine by me, because sometimes you can just ignore the meta and screw around in this sandbox that is thought to be a PvP multiplayer online game, but is really a sandbox sim economy. So there you go, I've cracked the code. But if you take nothing else away from this video, first off, you're so lovable. Like, you're really worth so much more as a person than you think you are, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great life after this video, but I especially hope you have a great day. But if you take two things away from this video, it's that you're fantastic and lovely, and also it's kind of just fun to pick up a little project in War Thunder and mess around with it and kind of forget yourself for a while, if that's what you feel like doing. I know that there's so many things to grind for in this game, but the real grind is the friends you made along the way. And one of the fun things that I keep on doing every now and then is just seeing if playing artillery in War Thunder is fun. And you know what? Because it's kind of challenging, but because you also have these little tools like the binocular and the rangefinder, it's also a lot of fun. The SAV has nice high mounted optics for the binocular view. Every tank has their binocular view in a different place, based roughly off of the position of the commander in the tank and their optics that are available to them. And I think we're using the Mark 1 eyeball here, or maybe peepers plus binos as it were, for the commander view, the binocular view, because there are both in the game of War Thunder now. I'm an old hand. I'm used to calling it binos or commander view interchangeably, but there's actually a separate commander's what is that, CITV that's available on some vehicles now. Gosh, I feel so old. I guess I thought I would also mention, now that I'm rambling, I picked up $60 exactly from mowing my friend's lawn, doing lawn care for them. It was one of those sort of like, we need work today kinds of things. And I got to break out all my tools and my awesome weed eater, and what else did I use? I used some hand tools. I ended up using a little hand sickle that's sold as like an Asian like cultivation tool. It's for cultivating celery, I think is what it was made for, but it's a fantastic little hardened steel hand sickle, and I used that for the little little places where the Weed Eater doesn't really make sense, and here I am showing off the Sav as artillery and test drive, and as I already said, it's fun. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.